All right. Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Best of Nothing podcast. With me, it's just Boom today.
Yes, which I really am the best of nothing.
Christ.
You should have
Sadly,
seen that coming.
sadly, Red is off hanging out with his girlfriend, so we are going to be just doing a shorter podcast today, not as long as the last one.
Yeah, last one was
Very
that
long.
went for a while.
Yeah. All right. First things first. I am back from California, which means video uploads are going to be more well paced, I should say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus,
So
I'm not working third shift anymore, so video uploads will be much better, much more consistent, anyways.
how was your trip to California?
Um, shit, kind of okay, then shit again.
Why was it so bad? You were looking forward to it like a lot.
I was looking forward to it a lot because I was still holding on to the hope that Disney would still be open. Turns out,
Touche.
turns out the fucking pandemic doesn't stop for no one.
More like the state of California doesn't stop for anyone.
Yeah, that's true. I did get some cool.
Railroading
I
their
did.
citizens since when was California born?
It's only been since like since the late 2000s, and you know it for a fact.
This is true.
Ever since like 2010 is when this shit really started.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so other than that, plane ride was okay. Like a little bumpy going into California, a little bumpy coming back, but you know it's like turbulence, whatever. But really, the most notable things we did there was going to downtown Disney and I guess going to some of the other places. You know what I mean? We really didn't do anything of like note or anything of like really great like things that are remarkable because it's just like, well, most of the shit was closed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because are they still under like what would be considered full lockdown or
They're not under full lockdown, but oh my fucking god, dude. We went to LA and I have a question for you, Boom.
okay.
I have a question for you. You need to give me an answer. It's very important.
Okay.
Who runs Shantytown?
Shantytown.
Who runs Shantytown? You gotta give me an answer, Boom, real quick.
The Chinese?
No, who runs Shantytown?
Shantytown. The Irish?
Do you know who runs Shantytown?
No.
Because I sure as fuck don't either.
I'm
So
just like the
when I was in
Chinese, the
when yeah, fuck it, just go through all the ethnicities. No, the homeless run Shantytown.
Irish. Yeah, that's fair.
So I was in California and I was in LA, right?
Yep.
And I have no other way to describe it but it being a fucking shantytown. They were like communities of homeless people set up under bridges, like on the sides of highways, and like there was a fucking line of caravans on the side of a road that was just one abandoned caravan after another abandoned caravan after another abandoned caravan. You know what I mean?
So what you're telling me
Is
is
that
they
LA is just
were
one giant homeless shantytown? Yes.
I was gonna make a joke about Red Dead, but we could go there too.
I wish it looked more like fucking Fallout 3. I'd be lockpicking my way into one of the like abandoned caravans and find some jet and had to shoot some rad roaches or some shit. It was literally a scene out of Fallout 3.
Just excuse me, good sir. How are Ow, you have attacked me. I will now fight back.
It's just like walk in, just take my gauze rifle and boom. It's one less homeless person to worry about. Now then, what do you have on him? A desk fan. What the fuck?
Loads mini nuke. That community looks appetizing.
God, yeah, how you play Fallout must be terrifying to watch.
It goes something along the lines of okay, main
Let
storyline.
me let me guess, you're
Skip,
one of
skip,
those
skip, skip, skip.
let me guess you're one of those degenerates that like side with Caesar.
Ah, maybe.
You slag. NCR for life.
Well, there's part of our problem.
Yeah. Also, I was expecting there to at least find something about the NCR out there. You know what I mean? But no, it was just the California Republic all over the fucking place, which I get. But it's like, do you really not have any NCR stuff?
No, because so many people out there don't play Fallout, and that's a travesty in and of itself. But the
Yeah.
fact that it's not mainstream enough for states to recognize it and use the jokes given to them is also another travesty.
Yeah, like I swear to God, like they should fucking what was it in Boston in Fallout 4?
No. More
The
towards,
Commonwealth.
yeah, it was the Commonwealth.
Yeah, like that one baseball stadium in the Commonwealth. They should just decorate that place like they did for I forget the place of in Fallout 4 because it's been a long time since I played Fallout 4.
I only played
Diamond
part of
City, Diamond
Fallout 4.
City. They should decorate the
Oh
place
yeah,
like
yeah.
Diamond City and just be like, yeah, today it's just Diamond City up in here. You know what I mean?
Literally, people, gamers from around the country would flock there.
Dude, the Prospector Saloon from Fallout New Vegas actually exists in the real world.
And that's amazing. All I need to do is one, turn 21, two, get a plane ticket.
Yeah, to the middle of the fucking Nevada desert.
Worth it.
It will be worth it to go out there.
Just all I need is a parachute, and I'll get there quicker.
Sorry, I was drinking some tea. Anyways, other than that, like there was so much shit that was just like, this is California. There was a forest fire while we were there.
Yes, that's California. That's very California, actually.
Yeah, but not only that, but it got to the point where I looked up and ash was falling from the sky.
That's Pompeii.
I know, right? Well, no, Pompeii got fucked by a volcano. You have more than ash coming
Yeah,
down from the
but
sky.
yeah, but it was mainly ash that buried the people.
Yeah, fair, fair. Oh my god.
So, with that, did you at least do anything related to Star Wars?
You know this so well. Okay, the people don't know it. I did go to the Star Wars outlet at downtown Disney because it was the only Disney property that was open at the time was downtown Disney. And I got a Kylo Ren lightsaber and I got Jedi robes and a gi.
Yep, that sounds at least
Because
moderately
what
making
the
up
hell
for it.
else am I gonna fucking spend my money on there? Everything else is closed.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the Universal Boardwalk and that was nice too. And I got a chocolate frog. And lo and behold, to my dismay, they changed how the chocolate frogs are made, which pisses me off.
Yeah, because you said it was originally like Rice Krispie
Yeah,
treats,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It was basically like a solid Crunch Bar treat. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it's good that they do that because a chocolate frog that's that thick would be really hard to break if it was a solid brick of chocolate. Lo and behold, to my dismay, they fucking went back to just having it be a brick of fucking chocolate. And it's
Okay.
impossible to bite through because it's entire fucking. I had to use a knife to split the damn thing and chop into smaller bits to actually eat the fucking thing. It's not even good chocolate.
Wait, it's not even good chocolate?
It's not even good chocolate. It's like the subpar Dollar Tree chocolate.
Oh, no, that's a travesty.
I know, and I paid like, okay, so I wanted all of the wizarding cards. So
Okay.
I got the big tin, right? Because I wanted the wizarding cards, and the wizarding cards kind of make up for it. But it's like I got a chocolate frog to eat a fucking chocolate frog. The original ones, the good ones, like I said, were a little bit smaller, and they were had Rice Krispies in them to make it easier to eat. You know what I mean? Because eating a solid brick of fucking chocolate is gonna break your fucking teeth.
Yes. Or at least rot them.
It's just it's just like the longer I was there, the more I hated California.
And then when you went back to where you're from, you're just like, ah, home sweet, not California home.
You're not wrong. Well, I live up north, so it's like everything was colder when we finally got home, and I'm like, ah, thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a moderate temperate temperature outside for me.
Also, another thing, I went and got some of those sweet ass Mickey Mouse chocolate chip cookies, like the big ones that have the ears that are made of chocolate or have the chocolate coatings on them. They were also
Hmm.
kind of shit, which
That is
which pisses me off because I've had one before and it was a gooey, melty, lovely cookie. You know what I mean? And this one was like they brought out of the oven and it was hard already. You know what I mean? It was already hard, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Granted, it's downtown Disney. If I got a cookie in the park, it would be proper, right?
probably, but then again, it's Disney.
I've had one like those big Mickey Mouse chocolate chip cookies before, and it was grand. I was getting two because I was like, okay, these cookies are the shit. And when I got home, it was just like, well, why are they hard now? They're not supposed to be hard for like 2 days, and I've just got it today.
Yeah, probably because like a lot of them are have to be done ahead of time now, is my guess.
Yeah, probably the sanitation thing as well because of COVID. But at least downtown Disney was actually open. You know what I mean?
This is true. I'll be honest, I've never been to Disney.
Yep. I did
Any
actually
Disney.
at that confectionery store where I got the cookies. I did get something really cool. I'm really into tea, and they had this like big like Wonderland like tea sampler set. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Where each tea is thematically equivalent to one of the characters from Wonderland. However, I was kind of confused as the Red Queen's tea because the Red Queen is Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah. You would think that it would be like some kind of rose tea.
Yeah, or something like that. But no, the Red Queen, her tea is Earl Grey.
Confusion.
Much, yes. Other than that, I did some other things here and there. I actually saw a famous person while I was there in LA.
Oh.
What's her name? Fucking, I forget her name. What the hell was it?
Do you remember what show they were in?
No, I didn't care because I was like, oh, okay. My sister started crying when she called her fiance to tell her about who she saw. You know what I mean? But then again, like
Okay.
she really likes the actress, so I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Actually, hang on. I'll pause the podcast for a second. I'll ask my folks real quick. They'll know. We saw Jennifer Lopez. That was her name.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, honestly, I didn't care. I just looked over as she was walking by. I'm like, okay. It's not the Game Grumps, which I was honestly hoping to see while I was in LA because I know they live in LA.
Well, a lot of people live in LA.
Yeah, but I was honestly genuinely hoping like maybe I'll get to see the Game Grumps today, and I didn't. It was so depressing. But
But if
dude,
you lived in LA
LA was
with a
fucking
forest fire, would you go outside?
no. But LA was fucking disgusting, dude. There was a homeless person passed out, face down, dead on the sidewalk.
Dead?
And I say dead because I'm trying to extrapolate here, but he was basically passed out, like completely out of it. You know what I mean? And he
Was
had
heat
and there's a,
stroke
there's
or
there was
drunk?
a there was a stream of piss emanating from his pants going into the drain. I'm like, what the fuck, LA?
Yeah, he was drunk.
Yeah, but also the plethora of homeless people as well. It's just like Christ, and just it constantly smelled like weed there. Like anybody that passed me, it's like, well, that's weed.
Yes, because it's legal.
I know, but it's like, fuck. Can you guys like chill out for a day? It's like anytime I go out,
No,
I smell it on at least 3 or 4 people. It's ridiculous.
I do have a weed story though.
After my California, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
So besides that, like My bags got checked for narcotics on the way back.
Oh, because of how much weed was around?
No, because of a fucking. So there was this Native American store, right? For all you those,
Uh-huh.
all you that don't know, I'm Native, and that's probably apparent in the fucking D&D campaigns. Well, actually, none of those are up yet, so yeah. Anyways, so basically, there's this Native American store, right? And they had a bunch of sage there. And here in Wisconsin, it's damn near fucking impossible to get sage at a decent price because the United Nation, they like to charge an arm and a leg for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're like, oh shit, the sage here is really cheap, and it's actually cheaper than what we can get for in Wisconsin. And we're like, okay, we'll grab a bunch. You know what I mean? So TSA probably X-rayed my bag, saw the fucking plants wrapped up in a paper bag inside of a plastic bag, or a dog might have tricked it. I don't know what happened, but I got a thing in my suitcase when we were back home and I was unpacking that said your bag was checked for narcotics. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I showed my ma'am, and she looks over it and she's like, "Is the sage still in there?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I pulled out the sage. Then I had a realization, like, "Oh yeah, this totally does just look like weed." For those that don't know what it is,
Yep. Well, it's the TSA. They aren't the brightest.
I still say they have a thankless job.
You realize they have not stopped one singular terrorist attack or yeah,
I still say it's a thankless job. You know what I mean? Somebody has to do it, and thank God someone's at least trying to do it.
you're nicer than me. Yeah.
Okay.
But would you like me to tell my weed story now?
Uh, honestly, I want to say no, but we got time to kill before the D&D session, so go right ahead.
Okay. So I went to a convention and well, the parking was all underground, which has advantages and disadvantages. So my sister went with me because she was volunteering at the convention to get a ticket on the last day. And she got her ticket, but not without going through a little extra trouble for it. She's very sensitive to weed because she takes medication and several other things. We get into the bottom of the parking garage underground, and somebody was hotboxing in the parking garage underground
Christ.
with weed. And I'm just like, um, and I didn't know what weed smelled like because I had never smelled it before this point. And so I go, that's weird. What's that smell? So neither of us think much of it until later on when she has to go to the ER and I'm kind of half high.
Jesus, how much were you fucking breathing that shit in?
Well, it was completely underground. There was almost no ventilation.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yep, that's why the underground part is important.
Christ.
So,
Anyways,
yeah.
I did do some cool stuff there. They had a food fair while I was in California.
Ooh, food
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, I got some pretty nice ribs, and that was kind of it.
Okay.
They had some decent pink lemonade and some other some fried Oreos, which those are always the shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. Ooh, since you were in California, did you get any like good Mexican food or Hispanic food?
Believe it or not, we had to dig deep for some good Mexican food in fucking Cali.
And here, all I have to do is go about 25 minutes.
I know. Like my mother cooks better Mexican, but then again, I guess that's just because we're Hispanic. You know what I mean? But we had to dig deep and look around to find some good Mexican and to find a decent fucking churro. I mean, oh my god. With the state that has fucking churro places everywhere, we couldn't find a decent churro.
Yeah. I
We had to go down to the beach and go into this slightly obscure store, and then we got some really kick-ass churros. You know what I mean? Like, oh
okay.
man, these were the best.
Well, those are kind of are the best places. Like the place I go is named La Bonita or the Beautiful, and
Uh.
it's a grocery store as well as a deli.
Oh, dude, I have fucking something to say about grocery stores and just places in general in California.
Okay,
Because
go
of the
for
lockdown, every single public bathroom is closed.
it.
Every single public bathroom is closed in California because of the COVID. I am not fucking kidding. We spent 40 minutes looking for a bathroom one day. It was the worst shit ever. I hate California.
Yep.
Like,
Welcome to
what
California.
is your excuse? Here in Wisconsin, every single bathroom of every single place is open. It's like, did you fucking use the bathroom? It's over there. It's right there. In Cali, it's like, oh no, our bathroom's closed, or you need to get a special pin, or it's like, our bathrooms are right there. We could have them open, but fuck you. You know what I mean? It's just like, it just makes me so fucking
Oh,
mad, especially because like, you need to go to a bathroom, and every store you go into, the bathroom's fucking closed.
oh my gosh, that's terrible. And yeah. Anyway, so La Bonita makes all of their food there for the deli.
Really?
And when I say it's a deli, I don't mean, can I get a quarter pound of ham?
Can I
No.
get a pico de gallo?
Can I get a
Fucking
quesadilla?
Russian badger reference there for you.
Can I get a quesadilla? No. So,
I'm gonna censor that because I hate that joke. There were these in middle school that would give you infinite shit if you did not call it a quesadilla, and I wanted to kill both of them.
uh,
And they were on the crew that like gave out the food, so they would like purposefully like bother kids with that. It's just like it made me so fucking mad. Like I hate it when like people are just shitbirds for no other discernible reason than the fact that they can be. You know what I mean?
yep.
Like, have you ever had problems with that in like school or anything like that?
Well, considering that I was homeschooled for a majority of time,
Consider yourself lucky.
I know I am. Because, especially in my area, pretty much the entirety of the school system, completely idiots. Complete just stupidity. We had one high school near me named Green Dope because of the amount of marijuana that passed through it.
Wow.
Like, that's how bad it was.
I swear, dude, it's just like the shit you put up with in school. Like all the creativity that people have nowadays is just the damage they've obtained from high school and middle school that's coming out as creativity.
Or, depression.
Or depression, yeah. Oh god, I'm so happy I'm not in school anymore. Then again,
Oh,
these
you
kids
have
have it fucking easy with their Zoom classes.
not entirely, because some teachers will like look in the background and like say, "Okay, let me look at your background and make sure it's clean."
Dude, if a teacher like looked in my room and be like, clean that shit up, I'm like, fuck you, you clean your house.
I would basically be the same way of just, wait, did you just tell me to clean my room and you're my teacher? Why, yes, I did.
Fuck you.
No.
Like
I did.
I think like that's the most visceral. Just like you can go fuck yourself, sir. You know what I mean?
Literally, so I went to a private school for about 2 years,
Really?
and that's a long story. But one of the better stories that came out of it is when I was 16, I could still grow a pretty decent beard. Except they had a policy of no facial hair,
Hmm.
which was dumb, and I ignored.
Have you?
So,
Did you? Okay, you don't know about this, but my school they had this rule where it's like they didn't want the girls in like skirts or like in like specific type of shorts because they didn't want like distractions or like any sexual harassment of the girls at school. But
mhm.
do you want to know what? So it's like you have to wear jeans, you have to wear shorts that are above a certain length. But something that was okay, you can wear yoga pants to school. And
Ah,
the
yes.
boners that were popped in the hallway lasted for about a week before the school was like, "You yoga pants are outlawed."
I'm surprised they didn't go, huh, we foresee issues here.
Like, what were they expecting?
Just like, whoa, wait, no skirts? No, so this school
So
made
no
everyone wear
no.
business casual. My private school.
Oh wow.
Everything was business casual,
Oh, that's so lame.
including belt and tucked in and
I
collar.
would sooner jump off of a small bridge as to not kill myself, but to injure myself to the point where I don't have to go back to school.
Well, here's the thing. It was basically a college prep school.
Ugh.
Yeah, the amount of homework they gave was obscene, and I did end up in the hospital with
Allow
mental
me
issues.
to roll a nat 1 on a strength check now.
For what?
What the fuck do you think it means? As a player, rolling a nat 1 on a strength check is bad.
This is true.
God, Boom, keep up with the jokes, please.
I'm sorry.
You're tired over there. I can hear it.
Not really.
Yeah.
No. So one day in the hall, this teacher, one of the teachers came up and she had like literally told me that my shade of red shirt was not up to code and I couldn't wear it anymore.
What?
So I was done with her to start with.
Your shade of red is not up to code. What shade of color was it?
It was like uh just a shade lighter than maroon.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
No,
Okay,
I wish I was.
the only time I was ever talked to at school about my choice of attire, it was in high school, and it was when I was wearing my trench coat a bunch because what?
A trench coat, yes. I foresee no problems with wearing my trench coat and the
Well,
possibility.
here's the thing. The only reason they talked to me about the trench coat was because they're like the Columbine shooting, and that was the only reason they gave.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
But personally, it's just like I just like the style of a trench coat. I like the because I think about it and it makes me think back to the detectives of like the old noir days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I agree.
That's why I like the trench coats. And granted, yes, I have multiple trench coats. I have a brown one, which is like nice. I have a cheap black one, and then I have a well, I was gonna get a red one, but you know that didn't pan out because it was gonna be a leather trench coat. You know what I mean?
So that's expensive.
Yeah, it didn't pan out that I was actually gonna buy that because I was going to a convention. I was like, I want to spend my money on convention stuff, not a red leather trench coat. You know what I mean? But
Both
a-
are
a-
equally good, in my opinion.
yeah, but here's the thing. Like, even when I started wearing the brown trench coat to school, they're like, dude, we already talked about it. I'm like, it's a brown trench coat. They're like, no, trench coats in general are bad. I'm like, oh, fuck off. It's like, what is the kid gonna fucking come to school and shoot the place up?
By American standards and definitions, quite possibly.
Oh my god. Like this is why I just like, I get it. Like Columbine was bad, but can we just
It's
take a
we
sec?
have a generation of snowflakes.
Yeah, but not all of them are kids. That's the problem.
Correct. So I'm standing there with a solid, inch long beard, and she comes up to me at the lockers in front of everyone and says, excuse me, you need to shave. And I just look at her and just go, you realize I'd have a 5 o'clock shadow, right? And she just looks at me and goes, but you still need to shave. To which I looked at her and just gave her the death stare. I just looked at
How
this
well did that go
teacher.
for you, idiot?
She just went, never mind, and walked away. As she realized that I literally did not give one single damn and was not going to do it.
God, I hate shit like that. You know what I mean?
To which literally nobody gave me problems about it from then on because it was just like that. Yeah, he's not gonna shave, is he? No, no, he's not.
Speaking of not shaving, even though that makes no fucking sense, we have to talk about our sponsors.
Okay,
All right, give me a second here. Let me just get my sponsor readout here. We have a new sponsor this week.
okay.
Give me a second here. It's on my phone. Have you heard about my friend Joe, Boom?
Joe Rogan?
No, what? No, my buddy Joe.
No, I've not heard about your buddy Joe.
Well, I'll tell you about my buddy Joe, because my buddy Joe is smarter than Einstein, stronger than Hercules, and this guy, he can light a fire with a snap of his fingertips. You think you're as good as my buddy Joe, Boom? Well, not if you don't visit the Gatherer's Garden, you're not. Smart guys get spliced up at the garden. This week, we have a special discount for those who are using the code Best of Nothing at any of your local Gatherer's Gardens. 2 ounces off of any plasmid, or 4 ounces off of any tonic. All you have to do is use the code Best of Nothing at checkout at the Gatherer's Garden, and you'll be able to splice up with something fantastic. Might I suggest Armored Shell? Protect you from bullets and from the thugs that want to rob you.
Yeah, that certainly could help from the 16 different various people that want to murder you.
Yes, 16 variants that do want to murder you down there.
Yep.
All right.
My personal favorite of them, probably. Which what's the crow one?
Oh,
The
that's
murder
that's
of
that's a
crows.
that's a vigor, not that is a don't mention competitors, Boom.
I thought it was a plasmid.
No, no, that's a vigor. Finkton owns vigors.
All right, I'll shut up now.
It's all right, Boom. You didn't know. I do have to say though, the vigors are nice, but they have such terrible side effects.
It is
I
true. The
used I
whole
used I drank a bit of Devil's Kiss once, and my entire left hand melted.
and you don't get those back.
No, you don't. You don't. I went into the doctor, just showed him my hand. He's like, just drink some salt. I'm like, excuse me, salt? He's like, yeah. And sure enough, my hand got better, but like, that burning sensation doesn't go away when you're using those vigors.
Just as long as it's not down there.
Yeah, so long as it's not down there. I love these. I love these sponsors. Aren't they great?
It's certainly interesting.
Good people in Rapture. Good people. Kind of crazy, but good people, don't you think?
I guess if you count, well, they're all crazy.
Most of them are, anyways. There's like 2 or 3 sane ones. Anyway, so how was your week, Boom?
Um, Not terrible. Majority of the week was spent working, and I mean, if you're talking about jerks, Man, have I got one. Trying to deliver his parts because I deliver for an auto part manufacturer.
Oh, so that's what you're doing now.
Yes. So I'm delivering and I walk in to deliver for this guy and they have two boxes out front and they're just like, "Oh, just go leave it in the box." Like, "Okay, do you have any returns or anything I need to take care of?" "Dude, I said just go leave it in the box." "Okay." So I finally just give up and leave it in the box, and from now on, if I ever see that guy, I just do not even bother.
God, I hate people like that.
It's like, I'm trying to do customer service for you and be nice.
Fucking tell me about it, dude. Back when I worked at Walmart, I couldn't get over how many customers just like had this dumb air of superiority about them. It's like, dude, this ain't a fucking like Gucci store. It's a Walmart. You know what I mean? Get over yourself.
Yeah, really.
Like you came to a Walmart, you're gonna get the level of customer service that I deem necessary to handle you today. I'm not gonna go above and beyond for you. You know what I mean? The customers I feel I need to go above and beyond for are the customers that I know I can help. You know what I mean?
Or that come around often.
Yeah. If I know you're an asshole or if I know that you're not friendly, I'll deal with you as quickly as possible. Not because of my customer service, but because I want you out of my face as soon as possible. And there were a couple of repeat offenders that I had to deal with when I worked at Walmart that I'm just like, oh, it's this asshole again. Or these assholes again, you know what I mean?
Uh, yeah. I worked at a grocery
Or these
store
or these
for
slags again, I should say.
I've worked at a grocery store for I want to say 6 months. And first off, I have a newfound respect for the people that deal with customers on a regular basis, especially after working for Panera for a year and a half, almost a year
Oh
and a half.
god.
Yeah, you want to talk about some people with a god complex or just
I
pretentious?
can understand Panera Bread because Jesus Christ, the people that must like. I've been to Panera Bread a few times. Pretty good food. I actually like it, but like Christ, I cannot get over the bullshit that like the air of bullshit that's at Panera Bread. Like people looking at me like I'm eating my sandwich. Like, what's this poor guy doing here? I'm like, excuse fucking me. Last time I checked, I'm
Ex-
not paying $80 for this fucking sandwich. It's a fast food place that's slightly healthier than most other places. I will eat this sandwich and your firstborn son. Don't think I won't.
Oh my gosh, this is true. This is so true. And I once had a customer at Panera that literally it was 5 minutes, and I was the person at the expo window taking care of all this. This was before
Expo
Corona.
window?
Yeah, so you know where the food comes out at that
They
like little
call it
metal
the
one?
expo window?
I wish I were kidding.
Like, okay, at least Disney has something cool they refer to it when you're on the clock. They say you're on stage because you're a cast member, and I think that's cool. But the expo window, it's not yo Socrates, it's just a fucking sandwich.
You wanna you wanna know what they call what they reheat the soups in?
Oh, what?
The rethermalizer.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, I eventually made Chan rage quit.
Ah! The rethermalizer?
I wish I were kidding.
What is it? Is it the Necron's turn and they're using the fucking monolith? Activate the rethermalizer. It's like
Boil the waters.
we make moves on the Imperium tonight with our rethermalizer. We will. Retherm- That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
And here's the thing, all it is literally just 170-degree water in a metal tub.
What? You can't tell me you got something that sounds kind of okay, like a rethermalizer. Tell me it's just a fucking. Who the fuck runs Panera Bread?
Dumb people.
That, that sounds like something that that Megatron would steal off the Maximal's ship in a throwaway episode of Beast Wars.
Bring me the rethermalizer.
Ah, Waspinator, you've stolen the Maximal's thermalizer. Yes. Now they'll be forced to exit their base, and we'll have the advantage. Yes. Like, it's not something that sounds cool.
So when they change all of so this is kind of inside Panera Bread information. But unlike Ubisoft, I didn't get forced to sign an NDA. So
Yeah,
screw you.
that's their problem.
Okay, so you know how when the food changes at Panera, they all like they call it a celebration for the season.
Okay. I was about to say that's the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, you change the menu into celebration, but it's like, okay, a celebration of the season. That sounds better. You know what I mean?
No, they just call it a celebration. It's C1, C2, and I think they generally do about 5 in a year.
Wow.
And
That's funny
every
because there's
single
only like 4 seasons.
yeah, they're not the brightest.
Clearly.
So I go and I like every single time you have to do training. So every couple months when they come out with a celebration, either you have to do the training with them. And it comes with like what the menu changes are, what kind of, you know, how to talk to customers about the changes and other dumb stuff.
All right.
Well, after Corona hit, they released one called We Hear You. We Hear You. And yes, it's about as bad as you think it's going to be.
Oh no.
Maybe worse.
Oh no. Boom. Stop. Just stop before I have a conniption.
They literally just like
I would rather live through the bathtub debacle twice over than hear what you're about to tell me.
yeah, well, you're going to hear it anyway.
God damn it.
They take a recording of all of them in their Zoom calls, all of the corporate people in their Zoom calls saying, "We hear you."
Kill me.
And my thoughts exactly. And then I was like, how could this get any worse? All employees within the next week need to complete their mandatory microaggression.
Oh my god, you got one of those?
Microaggression and I think it was gender acceptance training.
You know what?
you think that I'm making this up? I had to
I
go through that
wish
crap
you
3 times
were.
to get it work. I had to go through it 3 times to get it to work, and I'm just like doing something else and occasionally clicking over so it still thinks I'm there. I only got paid an hour for that. Took me 4 to complete everything for them.
Microaggression.
Apparently, a microaggression is literally every single word we use in everyday common language. Like me saying, "Hey Chan, you're an idiot." That's a microaggression.
Boom.
Mhm.
Don't ever work at Panera Bread again.
I don't plan to.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like, those are microaggressions?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen.
Apparently.
Except, I'm sorry, ladies, non-ladies, gentlemen, non-gentlemen, non-accepting people. Have I missed anybody?
I want to I want to make a new Earth. Just so all these fuckers that are just stupid in the head can keep the Earth. And we can have the cool new Earth.
Yep.
Fucking You wanna know what? No, I'm not. Huh?
I just call it
You can't. Hey there, Isabella. How you doing?
too late.
Oh God, we can't. Okay, as much as I don't care for it, Boom. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube.
It's okay. I'll get kicked off YouTube.
No, I will. This is going on my channel, asshole. God dang it, Boom. You're taking after Red now.
Oh, this is
The
just
last two
this.
Isabellas have been about you.
This is just that's just the way I call it. I mean, you
Yeah,
can call it whatever.
I'm not gonna talk about it, though. In fact, it's gonna get cut out because I don't want to, open up. I don't want to like pull the pin on that grenade.
Oh yeah.
They'll literally be coming out of the walls at that point.
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, that was my experience working at Panera Bread.
How did my week go? Well,
This is yeah. How did your week
other
go?
than the whole California adventure, it's been nice being home. I'll just say that much. You know what I mean? It's just been so nice being home compared to I did have a weird experience like the other day where I woke up and I had to realize where I was at first cuz I didn't realize where I was.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of like cuz I had to remember, "Oh yeah, I'm not stuck in California anymore. I'm home."
That was probably a nice realization.
It was, honestly. Oh, Hades. Dude, I played Hades while I was in California when the days that we were just chilling out at the villa. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, Hades is so good.
I told you.
Fucking no, you didn't.
Yeah, I told you about Hades.
No. Anyways, dude, Hades is amazing. I'm shit. A bunch of shit's falling off my desk right now. All right, back up. So, basically, how I started playing Hades. I don't like roguelikes. I hate roguelikes with a passion. But for some
Okay.
reason, Hades has just done it so good to the point where I'm like, I don't mind, I don't mind dying at this run because after a certain point, I got so good at the runs that I was able to consecutively keep fighting Hades every single time. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like, it got to the point where, it's such a good roguelike, and you can get such a good run that on one run, I was like, okay, I've made it past Megara. I'm probably gonna die soon on this next run. I got past the Bone Hydra, right? And then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, okay, so this is Elysium, my first time here. I got through Elysium and made it to Hades. And that was just on a random run. It wasn't like a run where I'm like, okay, I'm getting to Hades this run. I was just like, okay, wow, 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 whoa, oh, is this the final boss? Holy shit, you know what I mean?
Yup.
Which I'll admit, at first when I finally got Hades down to I finally got Hades' health bar down, right? And I was like, yeah, did it, beat Hades, oh yeah. And then he got his whole health bar back and then killed me in like 2 seconds.
And then you went, huh? So that's
Fuck.
how that works.
So, anyways, my first successful run of Hades I did with Varatha, the spear,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget the exact loadout I had, but I think I took a picture of it on my Switch. But oh man, dude, Hades is so good. Everyone needs to play it.
Yup.
Also, it's so funny because I know a whole shit ton about the Greek mythos.
Mhm.
So, getting to see Eurydice and Orpheus just being like, "Oh, hey, it's these two," and then it's just like, "Oh, wow, there's a whole story behind these two." Well, I already know the story about them, but it's like, it's like, "Oh, hang on, maybe I can reunite them." I haven't been able to reunite them yet. I don't know if it's possible, but I kind of hope it is because I'd like to, finally close the book in that story. You know what I mean?
So you have a Switch. So did you have you ever played have you ever played Bayonetta 2?
I have played Bayonetta 2.
I am still working on it, but it is a lot of fun.
Dude, Bayonetta 2 is so cool. Like, I'll say this, like, just the aesthetic of Bayonetta is just great. You know what I mean?
Oh, just the aesthetic of yes. Excuse me while I am a time witch, okay? And
Time
my
Witch.
hair is a weapon.
I still say that out of all of the Devil Hunters, Devil Slayers, and Umbral Witches, Dante is still the cool because believe it or not, Dante's mom was an Umbral Witch.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah, Dante's mom was an Umbral Witch, and his dad was fucking Sparta. Sparta, the demon that woke up to justice. Just the coolest, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I still say it's amazing because it's like damn near impossible for Dante to die or even get shit rocked. Like, it took Virgil juicing on all of the blood that the world has to offer, separating his demon self from his human self, and the Yamato to actually even like match Dante.
And even then Dante kicked his ass in the end.
Even then, Nero kicked his ass. Which I love in that scene when you get to that scene in Devil May Cry 5, and it's like Nero with the robot arm is stronger than Dante because Dante landed no hits on Urizen. When you really think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is true.
Dude, I actually started a new save file on Devil May Cry 5 recently.
Mhm.
I am rusty as all hell, dude. Like
Yep.
I got a fucking B ranking on my um what's it called? I don't think it's called Dante Must Die in the is it Dante Must Die? It's like the hardest difficulty in Devil May Cry 5. It's been a while since I played it, but I should say that that save file got stopped recently because I was in Cali for so long.
Mhm.
But Devil Hunter, I think the hardest difficulty is. I might be wrong, but I got a B ranking on the fucking behemoth fight, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with me? It's like I was consecutively pulling triple S on this fucking thing like at the start, but then I'm like, okay, a few Johns. It's like I don't have all my upgrades. I don't, you know what I mean? It's been a while since I've been in the saddle. But then I go and I look at my achievement, you know what I mean? And it's just like, oh yeah, beating Virgil with only Royal Guard, and I'm like, how far I've fallen.
Well, it's been about an hour, right?
We still have time.
Okay. So,
It's a short podcast this week, so we're not really gonna. This is a throwaway podcast, to be honest. You know what I mean? Since not most of the crew isn't here.
yeah, so if you're a fan of hack and slash, did you ever play Diablo 3?
Actually, I've never played Diablo.
Ah, well, that must be remedied.
There was a point where I was gonna play Diablo because someone explained to me which the Witch Doctor class was, and I'm like, that's the funniest fucking thing ever. And it's a concept of just throwing spiders at people, and I'm like, that's hilarious.
That's my current build.
Yeah.
and and literally my current build is Witch Doctor Necromancer.
Wow.
Just raise all the zombies.
Other
So
than that, like it's just been like getting back into the saddle, getting ready to record stuff, playing more D&D. Like I'm excited to finally be back in the saddle, probably making videos again. You know what I mean?
and I am excited to kill some Skinner brothers tonight.
Yep, we got the D&D session later tonight. All right. Well, it seems like a good place to end the podcast. So Yeah, we got about another minute left.
All right. So if we got another minute, I guess I could finish that story about La Bonita
What?
because I never finished that story about the bodega that I go to
Oh,
and the deli.
no, you didn't.
Yeah. So the deli literally is just a giant window. It's like a buffet of Mexican
Boom,
food.
OBS is off.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, it's a buffet of Mexican food sitting in front of you, home cooked. It doesn't get better than that, man.
Yeah.
To which my friends, who lovingly call me Big Boom in real life, and they just go, never, my stomach has never been steered wrong by Big Boom before. Let it not be now. And we just went there.
Christ. I have a suggestion too. I fucking forgot about this. If you're
hmm
ever in California and you're looking for a good place to eat, go to Ruby's Diner. Oh my god. Like it's kind of sacrilege for me to say this, but um like I had one of the best burgers I've ever had in my entire life there.
Ironically, the best burger I ever had in my life was in London.
London. That's strange. But no, Ruby's Diner is like a classic, actually classic 50s diner. The aesthetics, the way they make everything, just like it's amazing. Like if I had to say like one of the greatest highlights of that trip was going to Ruby's.
Hmm, I'll
And that
keep that in
sadly
mind.
is all the time we have for today.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the best of nothing.
That's my
I'm
line,
Big Boom.
asshole.
Somebody had to do it.
As I was saying, thank you for watching the Best of Nothing podcast. We'll see you next time. And this bastard won't be in it because he ruined he stole my line.
Oh, okay.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.